see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
What's up guys, thanks for tuning back into my channel. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my latest content whenever I put it out. Contrast is one of the fundamental tools used by all creators worth their salt, whether it's in photography, YouTube video creation, movies, novels, music, or anything, the cosmos, nebulas, stars, anything that we enjoy as human beings employs some degree of contrast. And so in this video, I want to show you the benefits of employing contrast in your creative process, whatever that creative process may be. Then I'm going to show you how I shot this cool photo using just my iPhone. Now don't get me wrong, what I tell you today is not intended to make you amazing at what you do. My only goal is to add one of many tools associated with good content creation in your creative process, in your workflow, so you can generally make better content with time. So let me put contrast as a concept into perspective for you. Harry Potter, a series of wildly popular books about a young boy mediocrely learning the wizardly ways, fighting an epic fight of good against evil against Voldemort, an older, confident master of the dark arts. Both are wizards with similar goals, which is to obtain some degree of power, but strongly contrast each other in motive, level of mastery, appearance, age, and demeanor. The overall story is rich in varying forms of contrast, from locations to supporting characters, weather, all the way down to the final battle, or even the color of their wand beams were in contrast to one another. In photography, contrast can be displayed in lighting, color, and composition. Take this photo I shot with my iPhone for example. There's a couple elements of contrast in it, making it better than it would have been without it. You've got one smooth line with warm yellow sun at the top end of the photo, with our jagged, scattered lines on blue, frozen water down at the bottom end. This photo I shot as part of a studio shoot shows contrast in its low-key light, strongly separating highlights from darks, and also in being black and white. This photo I shot as part of a composite series shows contrast in composition, with the size difference between the floating witch over the water and the massive snake sitting on land beside her. It also has a nice degree of contrast in color and light, adding even more interest to the photo. Contrast can be found in nature, sometimes right in your backyard, just like in this drone video I shot of this year's first snowfall in my area. Take a look. Beautiful contrast between the pure white snow and the dark wet landscapes makes this one of my favorite captures to date. Had I done this in the summertime when the same area is lush and green with the exact same frames, it wouldn't have had the same effect and wouldn't have been nearly as nostalgic. Contrast can be heard in music too. The greatest example of this is in the band Queen and their timeless classic Bohemian Rhapsody. Just take a listen and I promise you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Awesome. So how do you practice using contrast? Well, it's both simple and potentially difficult at the same time. Let me explain. It's easy in that all you need to do is take the extra time in your creative process to slow down and think about how you can bring out or add contrast in whatever it is you're planning to create. For example, in planning this video, I gathered all my usual elements: script, lighting, camera, audio, and B-roll elements. Then I got to thinking about how I could bring out or add contrast to my video. Well, I could add contrast by changing my appearance, so I changed my glasses and put on a black and white t-shirt. I could have changed the background to a solid white to contrast my clothes, glasses, and hair, but decided to keep it low-key with a dark background instead. I could also contrast the video's theme by going from a conceptual tutorial to a practical tutorial near its end. Just a few ways to make a big difference in my video, and all it took was just a few extra minutes to think contrast. Now the potential difficulty may lie in your personality. Not everyone is able to naturally, quickly, efficiently pick up on this sort of concept straight away. For many, it takes time, repetition, and refinement to get this sort of thing right. So work hard, stay organized, and don't be discouraged if you don't get it right straight out the box. It's gonna take time, keep at it. And don't sit on your work. Put it out there. Learn from what you didn't do right and build on what you did do. Now let me show you how I shot this cool contrasty image quick and easy. First, you're gonna need your phone, a reflective umbrella, small stand, phone clip holder thing, a small gorilla pod, and a loom cube. Dropped a couple links where you can get yours below. First step is to set a dark background and set my seat or plan to stand about 6 feet away from it. Next, I set my loom cube on top of the gorilla pod and set that on the ground about a foot behind where I plan to sit or stand. Next, I face the loom cube about 80 degrees upward facing where I plan to sit or stand and turn the light up to full strength. Then I set my phone on the stand with clip and set up the angle I want. Next, I set a timer for 10 seconds. Sit in the place with the umbrella overhead and get my shot. Edit to drive down the darks, turn up the highlights, add some optional lens distortion effects, and there you have a quick and easy, low-key, high contrast image. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something about the usefulness of contrast in the creative process. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And on the subscribe button is a little bell. Click on that bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest content whenever I put it out. What are some other ways we can use contrast in the creative process? Leave your insights in the comments below and I'll pin the best comment to the top. And as always, from one creator to another, thanks for watching.
You say peace is just a state of mind. You help me reach it when I leave mine behind. In this city, chaos and dust in our eyes.